watching, and they would all get
His favorite show. I give him so much.
What?
Glee.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and potter.
He's a good singer.
He has a nice voice.
If I close my eyes, I would thought that was Leah Michelle. Go ahead.
It was.
Do it again.
Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter.
That's really good. Do the last one, because
Don't tell me not to. What is it?
Rain.
Something. No, there's a word. Rain on my parade.
He's a good singer.
Beautiful vibrato.
Two Jews, both big and tall, no subject too small for the good guys. A Mother's Dream premium podcast team, make it your weekly routine. It's a Good Guys. And if you don't give us 5 stars, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Yeah, we're the good guys, we're not the great guys. We're just the good guys. Whoa.
Are we
Supposed to help with
rolling?
inflammation.
Did it work?
No, it didn't work.
Mazel Morons, welcome back to the Good Guys podcast. We're here with John Stamos talking about inflammation.
Yeah. And
Well, what did you do?
I took a liquid gold shot from Erewhon, and let me tell you, it burned a hole in my esophagus. Like,
I went
this
to
is
Erewhon once. I had to sell an expensive guitar just to pay for the bill.
Yeah, it's very, very expensive. It all looks fantastic.
Right.
It's like kind of like models. There's no depth. They look beautiful. There's no depth. There's nothing in it.
I wouldn't
Kinda
know.
tastes
I
like
think you
shit.
want to find out for yourself, though, right?
What?
What with the models
You
thing,
wouldn't
it's
know.
like
I don't know.
You haven't had a conversation. I'm just talking about chatting.
Yeah,
Like-
chatting with models?
Yeah.
I'm married to a
Going
beautiful
deep.
model who's probably deeper than you.
Dude, that's hard to do. But
am I allowed to say your wife is very beautiful? With,
Thank you. I
with
mean,
deep
I can't
respect.
you
take
shouldn't be asking him. You should be asking Paige. But
Oh, sorry, Paige. My wife is very beautiful. Your wife is very beautiful.
Look, I
We're
remember.
3 lucky men.
I remember before I met Caitlin, we were doing a gig at some arena. Remember, you were wearing a wig, and what was that for?
the
Choice
Teen
Award?
Choice Awards?
You were
Yeah.
hosting, I think, right? And you were great. And I remember looking at you and Paige, going like, "Why can't I find someone like Paige? Like, why can't I be in a relationship like that?" It was so, I just love the way you guys were there. I love the way she was supporting you. She was so beautiful. She is so beautiful. I was like, what does he got that I ain't got? Why can't I find someone like that? And I ended up finding Caitlin. And then the two of them became good buddies, which was beautiful. And Caitlin was at your house yesterday.
It's an interesting path, right? Because we got married within a year of each other. We had our first kids within a year of each other.
You moved away from us, so we don't get to see you as much.
It's horrible.
bastard.
But I get it. Moving near your in-laws and stuff, that was a smart move.
Being near the family.
Right.
How did you and Caitlin meet?
It's a good story.
Yeah, it is.
So I did an episode of SVU Law and Order.
Heard of it?
Have you seen the show?
Dun, dun,
Marissa.
Were you on one? Any? Did you ever do any, Josh?
It's my dream. That and a Hallmark movie. We'll get into that later.
Hallmark movie you could do.
Well, I know.
You have an idea for the
He
two?
has this very specific idea.
They keep offering them to me when I'm having a kid or when
really?
I'm working with Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
I need it now. I'm ready.
Last of Us.
Yes.
You killed an ad, buddy.
Thanks. I'm
People
ready
were
to
just-
go.
Yeah, but you can't go back to Hallmark. You're above.
Says you. Here, you know what? This was a segment for later, but let's do it
Okay.
now. I think we both know our end game is Hallmark, so maybe me sooner than you. Should we have ChatGPT write us out a scene from a Hallmark movie? That
Put
you and
Lori
I-
in it, Lori Loughlin, because she's in a lot of Hallmark movies.
Okay.
Lori.
Josh Peck, John Stamos, and Lori Loughlin.
But do you have ChatGPT talk? Do you ever know?
I don't have the corporate account. I'm too cheap.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, it's been better.
You're gonna talk
This is an
into it?
audio thing,
Great. Okay. So
What do you want me to say to her?
pick out 2 or 3 prompts for the
sure,
movie.
Hanukkah.
It's a Hanukkah.
Hanukkah meets
Hanukkah Greek
Goyim.
Christmas, like a Greek
Am I
Christmas
Goy or
Hanukkah
Goy?
hybrid.
Where
I
am
like
I?
that. You're goy.
Goy's boy.
Goyim
is what's
Goyim
Goyim?
is plural. For
Ben-
multiple.
Ben says Goyim and Candace Owens starts taking notes.
She's starting to make sense now. So is it,
yeah,
Marjorie.
boy.
Marjorie's good.
Marjorie.
She's done a couple.
I love
know.
her. She's great.
We said at the
We
laser
said-
meetings. We said at the laser meetings we weren't going to give her flowers.
No politics.
John Stamos, Josh Peck, Lori Loughlin.
Okay.
Hallmark movie.
Give us
Hanukkah,
Hanukkah.
Greek Christmas. What's the location?
The North Pole.
Love it.
Great.
Or does it need to be like in Israel?
It could be Egypt. Egypt.
Maybe it's
Egypt.
It's a Passover story.
Utah.
Oh, and
Somebody Mormon?
Maybe that's where you get your wives, all the wives. By the way, have you guys? I don't watch reality television. I watch all true crime only. But have you watched the Mormon Wives?
I have.
You're not?
This is a good show.
I'm surprised, Josh. I'm so
Really?
shocked at you. Yeah. Oh, it's a good one. Anyway, so that's how you get
And they're
polygamy.
killing it on Dancing with the Stars. I don't know if
Is
you
she
watched
on there?
it. Two of them are. Whitney and the one that said that she was
Cummings?
related to Ben Affleck, but she is.
Oh, she's cute too.
Yeah.
She just had a baby.
Jen Affleck, yes. By the way, they're doing Dancing with the Stars 8 weeks postpartum. How amazing is that?
Unreal.
Unbelievable. Yeah, great show. You should watch.
So do you want to put polygamy in there? Is what I was getting to.
Sure.
I don't
the
know.
script?
Hallmark they might not go for that.
Yeah,
Hallmark.
no, no. Yeah, maybe not.
So you want a legitimate story?
Yeah, I think that's a winner. Greek Christmas, Hanukkah hybrid, the three of us.
Okay, so I'm great. What? Yeah.
in
Okay.
Utah because it's just pretty.
Why Utah? We'll make it in Colorado.
Colorado's good. Make it in Colorado. That's good.
Naked in Colorado.
Naked. Good. That's a
Oh, you
great
said make
title.
it in Colorado.
Naked in Colorado.
All right.
I like Colorado. I like Colorado.
Here we go. All right. Hi, can you create a TV movie for Hallmark? I can't even say it. Starring John Stamos, Josh Peck, and Lori Loughlin. And it's a Christmas movie, so it's half Hanukkah and half Christmas.
Greek Christmas.
Greek Christmas. And make it in a beautiful location. You choose. But give me the storyline of what a movie like that would look like.
And
Thank
one
you.
scene.
Well, and write one scene that Josh and I can act out, and Ben will play Lori.
Please.
Please.
Be nice to the AI.
No, they say don't say please. It wastes the energy.
Absolutely, that sounds like a blast. So let's imagine this Hallmark-style holiday movie set in a gorgeous Greek island village. We'll have the twinkly lights, a little bit of Mediterranean charm, and of course, a mix of Christmas and Hanukkah traditions. Movie title, A Greek Holiday Miracle. John Stamos plays Nick, a charming Greek-American chef.
Is your AI voice Chanel West Coast?
Sorry, continue.
Haha, no Chanel West Coast here, but I'll keep that same fun energy rolling. All right, let me dive back in. So we've got John Stamos as Nick, the warm-hearted Greek-American chef. Josh Peck plays David, a slightly goofy but lovable travel writer who's come to the island to do a holiday feature on unique Christmas celebrations. And then we have Lori Loughlin as Elena, the island's event planner who's orchestrating this big combined Hanukkah Christmas festival for the first time. So the plot is basically about these three characters coming together, mixing traditions, and of course, finding a little bit of holiday magic along the way.
Okay. Thank you. She'll keep going. We need to.
It's quite the pitch. We got to wait. So you met your wife on the set of Law & Order SVU.
Yes. I was playing a serial, he was so egotistical that he was impregnating as many women as he could because he wanted to spread his progeny. And he had money, so he was taking care of all of them. But these women were getting pregnant unbeknownst to themselves because he was poking holes in condoms and conning them into.
I've seen this episode.
Did you like it?
Great one.
Thank you. And so in walks Caitlin, who was working for the day, and she was playing. We're in a hotel room, and she's in her bra or panties and iced tea, and the other guy kicked the door down, and she's holding her. She's like, shh, he's in there. And I'm in there, and I got I asked the prop guy, I go, give me some reading glasses. I got some reading glasses and a pen and a condom. I'm like, they're kicking. What are you doing? And so I didn't get her pregnant then, but I waited about 7 years, and then it happened. So here's the deal. So I saw her, and I go, oh my God, I'm gonna marry that girl. I'm in love with her. She loved Disney. She loved theater. She loved all this. She thought I was gay. She tells everybody. Sure.
Who isn't?
Right. Who isn't gay?
You're on the right podcast.
Who isn't?
I don't know. Is this your
I brought that from home.
You did? So I said, this is it. So I was going to walk in and get her phone number. And as I walk into the makeup trailer, we were at Pier 51 or whatever that is in New York. And as I walk into the makeup trailer, she's like, okay, and then I'm getting married over there at Pier 51, and then we're going to have the reception here. That's how she talks, but she doesn't think she talks like that. And I'm like, oh, and I just blurt out, why are you getting married? Like an asshole, And she's like, well, because I'm in love, whatever. And but we exchanged numbers, and we texted once in a while. as friends, you know. And then at one point she said, I can't text you anymore. My fiance doesn't dig it. You know, I told him you were gay, but, you know, he knew better. And I said, okay, whatever. And then she kept texting me. She says she didn't, but I think she did. But then it went silent for a long time. And I was stalking her on Instagram, and no, I didn't stalk her yet. So I walk into the set of Fuller House. It was one of the first episodes. And I was producing it. Josh was on there. And I wasn't in that episode, but I walked out and I see her sitting in the audience, some guy. And I said, oh, hey, I came here to see me. And she goes, don't flatter yourself. My friend's in this episode this week. That's how she talks to me, and that's why I married her. And then I said, oh, is this your husband? She goes, no, I got divorced. This is just my boyfriend. I'm like, okay, just a boyfriend. I could maybe work through that. Sure. I started stalking her on Instagram. Boyfriend. No boyfriend. No boyfriend. Dog. No boyfriend. No boyfriend.
Working on myself, right? That's when you know that the relationship's over, when they start doubling down on like getting back into yoga.
Yeah, there was some yoga pictures.
Girls trip. You're like,
Ice
he's
cream.
gone.
Yeah, he was out.
He's
I
out
knew
of
it.
there.
And then we said, let's, you want to, and so I said, I'm having a pizza party. She tells the story this way. And the pizza party was just Pat, and then he left. It was just the two of us.
Yeah.
But that's how it happened.
Wow, fantastic.
Beautiful love.
It's never been better. Well, we're going on close to 10 years, right? Are you guys 9 years?
We've been together 14. Oh. And, but married, 8 years? 8 or
9 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
8
just
years. It's wild.
You were at my wedding. I was at yours.
Look at that.
No invite.
Come on. He's been married
No
since.
invite either.
Do you have kids, Ben?
4.5 months.
Oh, really? Congratulations.
Yeah, and we brought him to LA, and let me tell you, I'm not trying to brag. Didn't cry on the plane. Is already adjusted.
Does he like LA? Is he an LA kid already? Like sunglasses?
Yeah, he is so spoiled. Yeah. My God, it's with love.
He's an exceptional boy.
I was gonna say,
Gorgeous.
Josh met him.
Beautiful temperament. Beautiful boy. Ruby. The great Ruby.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Mint Mobile. Folks, if you're still paying for overpriced wireless, it's time to say yes to saying no. At Mint Mobile, their favorite word is no. No contracts, no monthly bills, no overages, no hidden fees, no BS. Here's why I said yes to making the switch and getting premium wireless for just $15 a month. Ditch overpriced wireless and their jaw-dropping monthly bills, unexpected overages, and hidden fees. Plans start at just $15 a month at Mint. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text, delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and bring your number along with all of your existing contacts. That is key. My God, I lost all of my contacts like 6 months ago. This is before Mint Mobile, way before Mint Mobile. And let me tell you, what a disaster. I'm literally getting calls from people. They're like, hey, I'm like, who is this? They're like, it's your cousin. You don't have my number saved. I'm like, it's not my fault. All of my numbers got erased. That's why you need Mint Mobile, because they keep your contacts safe. You have fantastic wireless service, and it's just $15 a month. Ready to say yes to saying no? Make the switch at mintmobile.com/goodguys. That's mintmobile.com/goodguys. Disclaimer, upfront payment of $45 required, equivalent to $15 a month. Limited time new customer offer for first 3 months only. Speeds may slow above 35 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Taxes and fees are extra. See Mint Mobile for details. This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Square. Folks, Square is your all-in-one business partner, making your day-to-day easier. From point-of-sale systems and payments to inventory and customer tools, Square brings everything together in one simple platform, so you can stay organized, sell anywhere, and keep things moving. Whether you're running a cafe, salon, boutique, or something entirely your own, Square gives you the flexibility to grow at your own pace, and even set up an online store in just a few clicks. Folks, I used Square long time ago to set up my dad's site, chefstablecoshercatering.com, and let me tell you, Square made it so unbelievably easy. Not only did I set up the site through Square, okay, and they had these beautiful templates, so it looks like a gorgeous site. It looks like somebody honestly made it professionally, but I made it. I made it for him with Square. It is absolutely fantastic. And the Square software we are using at his cafe, all in one. My dad is Square. Just call him Square. Honestly, he looks like a square. Don't tell him I said that. And right now, listeners can get up to $200 off Square hardware when you sign up at square.com/go/goodguys. That's Square, SQUARE.com/go/goodguys. Good Guys. Folks, I'm telling you, Square is it. You're going to make a site. You're going to use the point of sale. You're going to use everything. You're going to get everything that you need at Square to set up your dream. You're dreaming of something. It doesn't become a reality until you start using Square. Square keeps up so you don't have to slow down. Get everything you need to run and grow your business without any long-term commitments. And why wait? Right now, you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/goodguys. That's Square, SQUARE.com/go/goodguys. Square. Run your business smarter with Square. Get started today.
I've been meaning to ask, and since you were on the pod last time, which was just a Paramount episode.
It was
huge,
People
big time.
went nuts.
I got a lot of flack for it.
They can't get over the fact that you fired the Olsen twins.
Yeah, I know.
So when you did that,
Yes.
did they
You sound like what's Marty Short's character?
Jiminy Glenn?
Yeah.
So John, when you
Yeah.
were they
It was
escorted
like a
out?
day. It was like a day. You know, it really wasn't any big deal. It was just a lot of crying, and I just honestly, I didn't think they wanted to be there.
Before or after they got fired, there was a lot of crying the whole time.
No, they just weren't into it, you know. And I just said, "Do we have any other kids?" And there were other twins around, you know. And then we tried these other kids, and they didn't work out, and so get the Olsen twins back. It was like a couple hours, or whatever it was.
And did you hear anything back? Like, who had to break the news to them?
I don't know, Jeff Franklin maybe, or Bob Boy. We were doing this scene, and the scene, one of them ended up in the show where it was changing Michelle's diapers, and it was, you know, look, she was whatever 8-9 months old, and Dave and I we're running up and down stairs, and we're wrapping towels around her, and we're squirting water at her from the sink, you know. I mean, I don't blame her. She was screaming.
Sure.
And we had to go back and loop a lot of it, and I just felt like we're this kid doesn't want to be doing this.
Yeah. Well,
so that was
blame her.
and honestly, look, I went in there thinking like, okay, I just came off a big sitcom with Jack Klugman, you know, and this is my thing, you know. And the reading was very funny. I don't know if I remember walking in like the big
Cheese.
what do you call it? A macher.
Macher.
Yeah. And you know, and I wasn't. I mean, I was the, you know, like the mothers were, he was on General Hospital and that kind of thing, and it was, you know, sort of, I was starring in the show, and we start the reading, and Jody and the kids mainly Jody was just like knocking it out of the park, and I said, I'll get him with this line. And I say my line. It was like a tepid laugh. Then Jody comes in, bah, 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 and I'm just like slowly slipping down the seat like this, and I'll never forget it. We were it was in Culver City at whatever hotel there, and I ran out of the reading, and it was back, and I jammed a quarter in the thing. I said, "Get me off this fucking show," you know. I was wrong.
Who talked you out of it, or just contracts?
Well, I didn't really have. I mean, it was that, but you know, it's interesting. Does your son watch? Has he watched any of it?
Full House?
Yeah,
not yet.
Billy watches it mainly to mock me. I think, you know. You got it, dude. I'll do my catchphrases.
Sure.
So, Dad, I need a catchphrase. But you know, it's taken me to this point to go. I get it, and I'm not trying to get away from it anymore. I've been on Broadway 5 times. I've done everything. ER was a great run. Yeah. I think if people call me Uncle Jesse, great. I don't care. I've to me, I've proven myself legitimate. I have a movie coming out too. I'll tell you about it in a minute. But so I can, you know, that feeling, Josh. I mean, you've gone through the exact same thing. You know, you're in the Last of Us talking about jerking off and stuff, right? I mean, you did it.
It's just so interesting though, because you both have the same feeling towards those 2 shows, Drake and Josh, and Full House. When as the viewer, it's like, you guys were fucking amazing in those shows. Like, why aren't those legacy builders? Because they're not big enough. They were enormous. Like, I understand that it's defining, and I know your position on it. But
have you come around to it more like I have?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally separate. It seems to me from the outside, Full House is a different thing. A, because you guys made a killing, and B, what we've come to know of Drake and Josh is that there was a very legitimate, horrible dark cloud that surrounded the whole thing.
Right.
And yet, when people come up to you and have come up to me over the years about Drake and Josh, it's not my job to sully their great memory of enjoying it with. And so in that way, I've grown a love for it, to enjoy it through other people, to see what it means to people.
Right.
And I've learned from you, and when we were working together, that you embraced it so beautifully, that you knew you had this other side of you that had done things that challenged you and pushed you in different ways artistically, but that there was this one thing that people absolutely loved you for.
Billy will watch it in the car sometimes, and I'll listen, and I'll be like, some of the jokes are corny, some of them didn't hold, but the central character was love. And it's lasted the test of time, that show. And every 3 or 4 years there's a new Full House fan born. You should have your son start watching now. Ruby will love it. It's a heart show, you know. You don't have to think about it. Same with Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, so I again, like, why sully it? But our show was, you know, it was magical all the way through 8 years. I mean, you know, we had Bob and I, you know, didn't get along great in the beginning. I think maybe we talked about this last time.
It was like you were real brothers.
Real brothers, yeah. Did I tell you the story about working with James Earl Jones last time I was on?
I don't think so.
So I was doing this. The last thing I did on Broadway was with James Earl Jones and Angela Lansbury. It was called Best Man, a Gore Vidal play. Three act, 2 intermissions. It was like standing ovations every night. And you know, James Earl Jones, arguably one of the greatest actors of you know. Passed away, rest in peace. But he kind of took me under his wing. Little John, I called him Big Daddy. And like talk about an actor. What's that?
Big Daddy.
Is that you? That what they call you in the gate?
Oh, they call me all the time.
That's what they call him in the Rambles.
What's the Rambles?
You know George Takei on Howard would say,
oh my.
And then, oh my, he goes, then I would sneak off to the Rambles. I think it was the gay meetup spot in Central Park.
Big Daddy Bear. Yeah, well, I don't know about that one, but
I do.
You did.
No,
we're extra gay today.
Yeah,
it's all right. There's nothing wrong with it. I just officiated a gay wedding this weekend. It was so beautiful. It was so happy to see these 2 guys in the desert.
Beautiful.
What does it matter where?
Didn't you
Yeah, I did one in my backyard too.
For the great Neil Marin.
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Beautiful. One of the great
so I'm on stage with James Earl Jones, and you know, talk about an actor. Like he would sometimes we'd do the curtain calls. Little John, let's go work on that scene. And the curtain would go back, you know, the curtain would go down, and people would leave the theater, curtain would come back up, and we would go back to the set and work on one moment. Now, he always said it was his moment, but I think it might have been he was trying to fix what I was doing, but that's just how great he was.
Yeah.
The show closed on a Sunday, finished. Saturday night, after curtain call, he said, let's go work on that scene. Had one more chance to do it. So I'm walking across the stage. It was Sunday matinee. I'll never forget it. We're walking across, and they're taking the set down and everything. And I said, Big Daddy, I said, you Little John, I said, you did something for me that nobody's done. You've given me a real sense of legitimacy to stand toe-to-toe with you. And a lot of it was him and I were like this. Stand toe-to-toe with you on a Broadway stage, a Gore Vidal political drama, you know. People will look at me differently for the rest of my life. I mean, you've changed people's perception of me, and I'm so grateful. Okay. Stage door opens, and there's all the fans outside. Uncle Jesse, Uncle Jesse. And I'm like, say have mercy, say have mercy. I wanted to, my face turned red.
Yeah.
I wanted to crawl under the legs and just run down Broadway and never come back. I was afraid to look at him, but I overhear someone in the crowd go, hey, James. He had a phone. He said, will you say, Luke, I am your father, into my phone?
Right.
And we looked at each other and just started laughing. I said, fuck it.
Yeah, you don't get to choose what triggers the zeitgeist.
Right.
What becomes a part of the lexicon.
It's funny. I was talking to Glenn Powell about that. I said, make sure whatever your thing is in the beginning. He didn't understand, and I don't even think I made a clear thought of that, but it's like you don't have control of it. If I could go back, like I wanted to be on Seinfeld. I loved sitcoms, but I wanted to be on something that was a little more well-reviewed, you know, more. I mean, you know, they said Full House wouldn't last till Thanksgiving when it came out. They didn't say which Thanksgiving. And then when Fuller House came out, they compared it to necrophilia. Oh my God. My hand to God. Like, that's necrophilia is, you know, it was fucking
Hooking up with the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with Fuller House?
What did it have to do?
I don't know, but it's what he compared it to. If I can remember the guy's name, I'd say it. So, you know, going through that. But then all of a sudden you get great reviews on something else, like you did on your movie. And
but like with if you think of even people who've attained crazy heights, like Steve Carell, right? Like,
right.
Are people going, "We loved you" in Foxcatcher, or talking about The Office?
Right.
I think that people for Steve Carell are talking. They're definitely talking about The Office,
But that's his thing. And then he did 40-Year-Old
Yeah.
Virgin and so many great things. But I think The Office.
But you and I are great examples. Like you got to, Oppenheimer. I mean, come on, like that. It doesn't get any better. That's
enormous.
That's better than anything.
That's why I keep myself humble. Hallmark.
Balance it out. Yeah.
Oh, you can't figure me out.
Balance it out.
I went from the set of Oppenheimer to iCarly. I don't give a fuck.
You don't, yeah.
And I'm sober. I have no drug habit to pay for. I just have a scarcity complex and dad issues.
You've been very helpful with my sobriety over the years. I thank you for that. I wouldn't be here without you.
You help mine. It's the beauty of what we do.
Yeah, right. We have to. Ben, your turn.
I was going to say, have we had any benders
Together?
Yeah.
No. I had one before I really sobered up, and we went to Jimmy Kimmel's house. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought you were thinking of another one.
What was the other one?
On the private plane to Vegas.
I don't remember that.
These are both good stories.
Oh, that was a bad one.
That was a toughie.
I remember, I was hammered, right? Did I pass out or something? Fall asleep?
We did the pilot. It got picked up.
Right.
I'm in Northern California with my wife and her family, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and I get a text from my friend, and he said, "Sorry, bro." And he sent the article that you had gotten a DUI. And I was like, oh, man. And I read through it, and thank God you were okay, and everyone was okay. And but I kind of didn't know what was going to happen with the show or whatever. And then we had to go, and it was right before you had sobered up, and we had to go do this press thing in Vegas.
Oh, it was in between like that and going to rehab.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And I remember we were on a plane to Vegas to do some big press thing, and you were hurting. Yeah.
And I think I got home from that. It was like, they take me away. Let's get. And I also did my Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 during that time,
good.
And I don't remember.
What a franchise.
I don't remember being there either.
Really?
No, it's terrible.
Those are fun.
Whatever. This is great
My
podcast.
daughter marry Ian Miller.
What's that from?
My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Do you remember?
John's never seen it.
I did the reading.
Daughter.
I did the reading of the first one. I remember going to Playtone, and Tom was there and everybody, and I was reading I guess it would be the Joey Fatone part or something. And that was funny because Joel Zwick, who was a director on Full House, was directing this movie. Nobody knew it was going to be what it was, right? And Nia and Ian at the time, but they were fans and they wanted me to be part of the movie. And so I read the part, and I didn't end up doing it. And Joel told me that they thought I was too old for the part. For years go by, I become really good friends with Nia, and somehow we talk about that, and she goes, "I never said that. I wanted you in this movie so bad. They told me that you turned it down." I'm like, yeah, fucking Joel's way.
I did this indie movie with Michael Rappaport years ago when I was like 17 years old, and I'll never forget just, the idea of like sometimes we have a couple movies we don't totally remember. I was 17.
Yeah, let's talk about some of your hammered stories, kid.
I got plenty. But I wasn't. He was. No, we were in this car.
Rappaport?
We're in this car shooting this scene, and we had gotten all of Michael's coverage, and he's sitting in the back seat, and it's me and my brother in the front. And so it's like late night, and now he's literally just like a background actor in the scene because now the camera's on me and my brother in the front seat. And so I think he just smoked a little weed, relaxed, was like, I'm just in the back seat. But he had to say this line where he sees something out the windshield and goes like, "Hey, stop! Like, stop now. We have to talk to him." And I just
scared me.
Well, in the first,
Good, he's good.
Really good. Stop it. Like,
Yeah.
well, this was Mike after he smoked up a little on take one. He goes, "Yo, stop." It's like, yeah. Very kind. He was very kind to me. Very good. I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
We made it through.
Yeah, we're the lucky
We
ones.
made it. We are the lucky ones. It's and it's hard to see some people around you, that are not getting it right sometimes. I mean, you must have felt that with me, but yeah.
Listen, you've always, even through all your Michigassen, we all have it. You have always been the kindest, greatest to everyone that's around us.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Momentous. Folks, let me tell you, I have been taking Momentous's creatine for probably the last 6-ish months, and I have never felt better, okay? Everybody loves it. Creatine is certainly trending. Let me tell you, people love using it for the gym. They're like, I get gains, blah, blah, blah. You see me. You know I'm not getting gains, okay? It's not a secret. I'm not getting gains. But for mental clarity, let me tell you, I feel so much better when I take my creatine in the morning. It certainly helps with brain function. Do not quote me on that, okay? Do not quote me, but I think it helps with brain function. I feel so much better. And folks, most supplements are just a guessing game. You never really know what's in them or if they're even tested for label accuracy. That's why I trust Momentous. Their creatine is NSF certified for label transparency and trusted by pro athletes and even U.S. military. So I know I'm getting the best. And you know you're getting the best because I'm taking it. I'm taking it and I'm telling you that it's freaking amazing and it makes me feel fantastic. So you should absolutely give creatine a try. And I know I mentioned this, but creatine isn't just for muscle gains. It's essential daily fuel for your brain, body, and long-term performance. Momentous CreaPure creatine is backed by leading performance experts like Dr. Andrew Huberman, Dr. Stacy Sims, Dr. Benjamin Soffer, sourced exclusively in Germany. CreaPure sets the gold standard for creatine, delivering the purest form. Creatine monohydrate that's rigorously washed and never cut with fillers. Each batch is independently tested for purity, safety, and label accuracy and is NSF certified for sport. That's why it's trusted by Olympic athletes, pro teams, and even the U.S. military. Folks, what more do you need to hear? Right now, Momentous is offering our listeners up to 35% off. I love a good deal. That's a good deal. 35% off your first subscription order with promo code GOODGUYS. Go to livemomentous.com, livemomentous.com, and use promo code GOODGUYS for up to 35% off your first subscription order. That's livemomentous.com, promo code Good Guys. The Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Sleep Me. Folks, are you sweating through winter while your furnace is set to sauna? Even worse, your wife loves a toasty bed, but you're roasting alive under a pile of blankets. Divorce! What are you, nuts? Meet Chili Pad by Sleep Me, the luxury temperature-regulated mattress topper that keeps you perfectly cool, even when the heat's on full blast. Because quality sleep shouldn't depend on the thermostat war happening in your bedroom. Whether you're whipping up something in the kitchen, up late at night with the baby, focusing on your fitness goals, or trying not to argue with your wife over the thermostat, Chili Pad can end your nights of poor sleep that's hotter than a fresh bowl of chili. The Chili Pad bed cooling system was designed with dads and couples in mind. It lets you customize your sleeping environment from 55 freezing to 110 degrees, ensuring you fall asleep faster and wake up feeling recovered. Chili Pads works with your existing mattress. It's a temperature-regulated, water-based mattress topper that circulates cold or warm water underneath you as you sleep. I love that technology. And you don't need to get a new bed. Mattress toppers are incredibly underrated, especially ones that are temperature controlled. I highly recommend giving it a shot. So folks, if you're ready to get the best sleep of your goddamn life, go to www.sleep.me/goodguys to get 20% off your Chili Pad with code GOODGUYS. This special offer is available for the Good Guys listeners and only for a limited time. Order it today with free shipping and returns. Try it out for 30 days and you can return it for free if you don't like it with their sleep trial. Visit www.sleep.me/goodguys and see why cool sleep is worth every cent. Because if you're still sweating through winter nights, what are you, nuts? Try the Chili Pad.
Wait, so you were talking about Broadway before, and I'm dying to hear about this because you recently did Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl. You stepped in for Josh Gad with 24 hours notice?
Yeah, something like that.
I was flying home. Play-by-play.
I was flying home from Spain, and I'm not a guy that learns stuff fast. I was on Glee, right? And these kids would, they would do a song, and the choreographer would be in there, Fosse 1, blah, 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 and they would all get
His
it.
favorite show. I give him so much shit. Loves Glee.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
Don't tell me not to live, just sitting, Potter.
He's a good singer.
He has a nice voice.
If I close my eyes, I would thought that was Leah Michelle. Go ahead.
It was.
Do it again.
Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter.
That's really good. Do the last one, because
Don't tell me not to. What is it?
Rain.
Something. No, there's a word. Rain on my parade.
He's a good singer.
Beautiful vibrato.
Thank you very much. I was a cantor in a past life.
That was good.
Thank you.
I saw her do that on Broadway. She was pretty.
I saw her do that on Broadway too, and she was amazing.
Me.
Do you want to? How many times did you see her?
How many Broadway shows have you done?
Let's see. None. But I should.
Do you love it? You love it?
I love Broadway.
What's your favorite show?
I think Dear Evan Hansen was my favorite show.
That's a good
We
one.
saw it a lot.
Did you? Yeah.
And he was
Ben
Platt was incredible in that.
He really was. He would, and I told him afterwards, like, how do you get those? Like you contort your body into such an interesting way to get those notes. And I don't think he thought that was a compliment.
No,
but he's like would lean out. Like.
Do you think he hates Dear Evan Hansen? Like the way that you guys are talking about that core thing. Like
I don't hate Drake and Josh.
No, okay,
but I know
I don't
what
hate
you're
Full
saying.
House.
It gets you're saying.
Sorry.
Fuller House.
Do you think that he hates when people come up to him and are like, I loved you in Dear Evan Hansen, as opposed to, oh, I loved you in your most recent, he went on tour, or his is probably Pitch Perfect.
I can't speak for him.
I loved you in Pitch Perfect because that's when I found him first. Do you think he hates that?
I can't speak for him, but I do know that he did this big tour and didn't do one song from Dear Evan Hansen. I think. Don't, pelt me with shit like the Olsen twin firing. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Which, by the way, come on. Why are we pelting you? It doesn't make any sense.
It's nothing to pelt.
8-month-old. People are gonna come after me for comparing babies to dogs. But if you have a barking dog on set, you get a new dog.
What?
No?
How do we go back? So anyway, so
I was like, I want no part of this.
Am I on ayahuasca?
You did lick a frog on the way in.
Where am I?
Oh, I have a funny story about that. So, I'm flying home from Spain with the Beach Boys, and yes, you tell your wife I do play with the Beach Boys for 40 years.
Now. She knows.
It just wasn't in our It wasn't
Big
in our
time.
orbit that you played for 40 years with the Beach Boys. I get it.
Yeah,
that's okay.
that was a miss on
No,
us.
that's egotistical. A lot of people don't know, and that makes sense.
It's super cool.
It's my greatest, next to my wife and my kids, my greatest accomplishment, I think.
Yeah.
And
How
we
many
just
days a year do
played.
you tour?
It depends, but I've been doing a lot this year. We just played Riot Fest a couple of weeks ago, and it was like 50, 60,000 people. Wow. Under 50 probably, just loving the Beach Boys. I'm so proud to be playing that music now because it's so needed. Optimistic, positivity. Totally. Wouldn't it be nice? Good vibrations, fun. There was a mosh. Someone sent me a video. It was right in the middle of a mosh pit. The only thing I regret at that concert was not jumping into the crowd and having them pass me around.
Yeah.
But
kids can't have anything in the pockets.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you're gonna get pickpocketed for sure.
Oh, wiener grabs too.
We hope.
No, I don't want to lose an iPhone. I have a new one.
If you're
17. It's so cool.
I've moshed at emo night. I've told you that story.
There was this.
Not even kidding.
There was this mosh group of. You moshed at emo night.
Yeah.
Emo Phillips night.
Yeah. You think just like Sum 41, Fat Lip, me, and just like a bunch of guys running in a circle, bashing into each
really?
other. Yeah, and then they picked me up like I was their fearless leader.
Wow.
Did they hurt their backs?
Yeah.
What's the point of?
hurt their backs.
What's the point of hitting each other
they're
like
in the
that?
hospital. They're
Kidding. You're not. You're a big guy. What's the? You lost weight since the last time I saw you.
Oh yeah. I'm actively on the newest GLP. You pick it. First it was Ozempic.
Okay.
Then I went off. Now I'm on Zepbound.
How much have you lost since the last time I saw you?
Maybe like 10 pounds since I saw you.
You look great. You look
Thank
very
you.
healthy.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You too.
And so
You're going back from
So
Spain.
I'm flying back from Spain, and I get a text from Neil Marin, and luckily, I had Wi-Fi, and he says, "You want to be a hero?" I'm like, "No." And he says, "Well, Josh got COVID, and this was a Wednesday night, and we want you to come in to Jesus Christ Superstar and replace him." Hold on a second. What songs? They tell me the songs. I Googled the songs. It's a lot of talk. I could talk through a lot of it. And,
Did you know the songs
no,
at all?
not at all.
Wow.
And or the choreography. And so I land on late Wednesday, middle of the night Wednesday. Thursday, I get up. I go, I can't do this. What am I doing? I'm insane. Cynthia Erivo. Who else was in it? Adam Lambert. Like just great. And I didn't know the show that well either. But anyway, so I'm taking a pee in my bathroom. I have a Broadway bathroom. You should come over, Ben. You'd like it.
Love.
I have some posters and stuff. And the great Liza Minnelli. Who's ever dropped Liza Minnelli's name on this podcast, by the way? Anybody?
No one. Another great.
And she signed my Bye Bye Birdie script. It said, to John, take no prisoners and fuck the wounded, Liza May. I said, wow, I got to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, we go to the bowl early that morning, get mic'd up, teleprompter's fired up, and I sing it. I sing the shit out of the song. It's great. Choreography, everything, boom. It's great, John Bubble. So they're doing a run through at 11, and they're letting about 500 people from the kids for free to come in and watch the dress rehearsal. I'd met Cynthia Erivo like a long time ago, but I didn't know her. So I could say hi. I didn't know Adam. Hi to everybody. Blah, blah. So we go through so they start dress rehearsal. And now I hadn't seen any of this stuff, but I'm watching on the monitor and I'm like, oh my God, this is like Cynthia. She got a 5-minute standing ovation in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
She finished this song and she looked in the cameras and she's sweating and crying and people are just going crazy. I go out to do my song, feeling pretty confident. Now I have my full outfit on. I got a big afro wig and glasses and gold lame and everything. And the way the sun is at this point, it's shining on the teleprompters and I can't see a fucking word. I got Cynthia 2 feet in front of me and I'm singing to her, oh, so you're the great Jesus Christ, the great Jesus Christ. The whole song is to her and she's laying on the floor. And I'm going, Jesus Christ thing. And she's looking at me like this and the people are looking around and I just can't see the prompter at all. And she's mouthing the words to me. And I just kind of stumble through it and I run off stage and they finish the show. I don't come out for curtain call because I was just disoriented. I was like, well, what the fuck? She leaves. Sergio says, John, come back. Let's fix this. Let's move the teleprompters. Let's get it right. Blah, blah, blah. I do it. I knock it out of the park. Everybody's okay, great. Meanwhile, Cynthia had not seen this. Right. She gets on the phone. I don't care how sick Josh is. Get him back.
No.
Yeah. Wow. And Adam, I think, felt the same way. And I don't blame them. If it was me watching some new guy come in and stumble through this important song, it was an important, part of the play.
Are you, at that point, do you want to quit? Do you want to run and reassure her, be like, I swear to God.
There was very little time. And I just sort of heard this through the rumblings of Pat was with me. And I don't know why I was kind of so jet lagged. It didn't bump me. And I was like, I'm going to show every motherfucking person in this place that I can sing the shit out of this song and I'm going to go out and do my best. My wife was petrified. My singing coach was petrified. Pat, who's here, they were all, right? I mean, everybody was very afraid.
I know it worked out and I'm terrified.
Right. Yeah. Isn't it a crazy story?
Yeah.
It's
so like me watching Oppenheimer. I'm like, do we win?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so Pat says, don't worry, boss, I got this. And he goes out. They get the prompter set up. He goes, I'm going to make sure you can see these. Now, before the show started, we were out there trying to figure it out. They brought the prompters out, realized that they're in front of, there's tables, people sitting in front of them. I go, Pat, what if they get the prompter and people are sitting there? Oh, don't worry, boss, I'll move. Then they put flowers like about this big in front of the thing. Don't worry, boss, I got this. So he goes out, they put the prompters out during intermission, was it? Like a song before. Yeah, and he talks to the people, he says, look, John's got to see these. Do you mind? Oh, Mr. I didn't know John was. Yes, and they move out of the way. Everybody moves out of the way. I walk out to go on, and I could see through the stairs, through the set, that I could see them bright and clear. Yeah, great, Jesus Christ! Like, I got this. I went out there, boom, and everybody came running to me backstage. Like, oh my God, you were saying that was great. And Lloyd Webber is in the box right in front. He comes back and says, "That's fantastic! I can't believe you pulled that off."
When I see Cynthia Erivo sing, it's just like God's talking.
Yes.
What's that like in person? Does it seem as effortless as it looks? What's her process like?
Yeah, she's very quiet. She's very, very focused. And you learn that from the greats. When you were on the set, you told me, I said, what's Matt Damon? What was Robert Downey Jr. like? They're super focused, right? Like,
yes.
And obviously the director and stuff. So it's hard for me. I've gotten better, as you probably know. It's hard for me to not joke around and not goof off and stuff. It's just my nature. But sometimes you just, at the risk of not being the most friendly guy on the set, you got to put it into and I think that she was that way. She was very sweet after, and Billy was there, my son, and he's into theater now. And Kristen Chenoweth and Cynthia were kneeling down to say hi. Well, Kristen wasn't, but Cynthia was kneeling.
She's a smaller person.
Yeah, they're both little, and they were talking to Billy about theater, and it was just
heaven.
Made me. I was so proud, and
wow.
Billy was talking about to me. He was like, "Dad, I really love tech." I said, "Billy, tell me that you love tech. Do you love tech?"
like
he was
the
doing,
lights and
yeah, when you have to like stand there for
love
5
that.
minutes.
I
He
used to tell my mom I want to be the lighting guy for the school plays, and my mom said, "Not you."
yeah.
Over my dead body.
She's like, "You think I'm gonna get in a taxi to see you run the curtain? You're Tevia. Put on your dancing shoes and warm up. Joshy, after me. La 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 la."
Did you do theater as a kid?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Oh, no.
You have another big Hollywood Bowl theater performance coming up.
I have
Nightmare
residency
Before
there
Christmas.
now.
Come on.
Yeah,
Give
Nightmare
a
Before
little-
Christmas is coming on the 25th and 26th.
of October.
Yeah.
Huge. Go
And you-
check it out.
You know,
It's awesome.
Josh Gad was out, so what's the next logical choice? Stamos. Pee Wee Herman passed away, rest his soul, so he can't do Nightmare Before Christmas. Next logical choice, Pee Wee, Stamos. And so I'm doing that. I'm actually,
wait.
I'm trying to learn the words to this song. Do you know the movie?
We need more people to get sick and die. That's what we need, right?
Who else?
I don't know. Who could
No,
we wish
nobody is
ill
sick and
on?
Yeah.
But you get to do these things, and I don't know about you, like, if you played in front of big crowd? I mean, not really, huh?
Not really.
Yeah. Ben?
I was going to say, we did the...
U.S. Open.
we did the Rosen shingle.
Yeah, we did. We did
BBYO
a
at the
Jewish
Rosen
youth
Shingle.
conference.
Okay.
No, yeah, we did a live podcast at the U.S. Open. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, he was there. We were
that was pretty
texting.
cool.
Yeah, but it's like I don't know, like doing like hosting the Teen Choice Awards.
Right,
or
yeah, right.
Doing that kind of
Were
stuff.
you nervous?
Yeah, I think I'm nervous, but I'm always nervous. Like, I'm
You're nervous right now,
I was
right?
going to buy sparkling water.
you're not.
So I'm dying to
That's
hear
good.
about. Speaking of getting to work with some greats, you also have a new show coming out on Apple. Very
Well,
exciting.
it's not my show, but I'm on the second season of Palm Royale. Did you ever watch that show? Did you
I
ever?
haven't seen the
Kristen
show.
Wiig?
I'll watch it when
Heard
I
of
get home.
It's
Now,
one of
when-
those shows where like you get up and you go to work one day, and I'm working with Kristen Wiig. I play kind of her love interest for a minute there.
Cool.
I play a lawyer / gynecologist, and
That fits.
And how do you start the friendship with her? Do you go now? As soon as COVID hits, is
Mm-hmm.
it your idea to do the song? Remember this? Imagine all
Oh my
the
God.
people.
Oh my God.
Do you say,
I
was that
remember?
your idea? Whose idea
you know
was
what's
that?
funny?
It's easy if you try. The hospitals are overcrowded.
Yeah, that didn't go over well for them. But look, it started with we're in the makeup trailer and we're talking about somehow. I guess it was around this time. We can talk about this if you guys want to. It's fine. I ended up at Mar-a-Lago, right?
Oh, yes. Okay.
And somehow we were talking about this, and I was sort of telling my side of the story. And she was like, "Oh my God, yeah, I know. That's too bad." She's the greatest, by the way. Like, you want to talk about like someone who's as talented and nice as her. Like, she was the best. And I got most of my stuff was with her, you know. So I said, "Well, you never dealt with any of that kind of. You're like, you have a clean record. Nobody's ever." She goes, "Well, I did that song." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." But I felt like Wonder Woman got more of the hit for that than say Kristen Wiig, right? What's her name?
Yeah.
I think everybody got a hit for that.
Everybody who was in
Was
it
it?
pretty much got
But
dragged.
like, you know, like, come on, like, I mean, I can't defend that. I don't know that story very well, but
It's easy
No,
to...
people are annoying. The truth is, it was obviously made to just like have some levity, and people are just the worst, and they're like, "This is gonna make us feel better about people dying." No, that probably wasn't the intention.
Mar-a-Lago was doing a benefit. They moved locations, not at the last minute, but you know, halfway through. It's for
Mar-a-Lago's?
nurses.
No, you...
I was doing
a
a benefit for the healthcare in Florida, which I
Yes.
thought was great.
Right.
And I got to, which is the more interesting part of the story. I spent the day with Howard the day before because he
Howard
lives.
Stern.
Yeah, Howard Stern. And it was one of those great days where it was just the two. Beth was there. We had a great lunch, and then him and I just sat and played guitar for an hour and talked. And like it just that hasn't happened in forever. You know, just the two of us, and it was one of my favorite afternoons ever. I just love the guy. I know you do too.
Yeah. It is a little shanty in Palm Beach.
Yeah, a little shack. But so that was part of it, and then they moved it over there, and I thought, well, he's not going to be there, and you know, Half of my fans are Republican, which is fine.
Yeah.
They moved the benefit from
The venue.
So I just imagine Stamos being like, so it's not at the Ramada?
What's the matter with the Ramada?
Yeah.
It was I think it was originally at the Breakers or something, but it was there in Palm Beach. Anyway, I thought, well, somebody gets a picture of me, and I think what busted it out was that so he happened to be there that night, Mr. Trump, Mr. President, and he was a fundraiser or something. So someone said that I was there raising money for him. And then you're caught in the middle. It's like, I'm not MAGA. People know me, know where my beliefs are.
The common theme here is that people are really annoying.
We'll be right back right after this.
This episode of the Good Guys podcast is brought to you by our friends at Open Phone. Folks, if you're running a business, you know that every time you miss a call, you're leaving money on the table. When every customer conversation matters, you need a phone system that keeps up and helps you stay connected. That's why you need Open Phone, because Open Phone is the #1 business phone system that streamlines and scales your customer communications. It works through an app on your phone or computer, so no more carrying 2 phones or using a landline. With Open Phone, your team can share one number and collaborate on customer calls and texts like a shared inbox. That way, any teammate can pick up right where the last person left off, keeping response times faster than ever. Plus, with AI-powered call transcripts and summaries, you'll be able to automate follow-ups, ensuring you'll never miss a customer interaction again. So whether you're a one-person operation drowning in calls and texts, been there, or have a large team that needs better collaboration tools, OpenPhone is an absolute no-brainer. See why over 50,000 businesses trust OpenPhone to manage their business's calls and texts. So folks, right now, OpenPhone is offering my listeners 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/goodguys. That's OPENPHONE.com/goodguys. And if you have existing numbers with another service, OpenPhone will port them over at no extra charge. See why over 50,000 businesses trust OpenPhone to manage their business's calls and texts. That's 20% off your first 6 months at openphone.com/goodguys. That's OPENPHONE.com/goodguys. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Are we back? I've been with dudes, no.
We're not back yet. That was a Charlie Sheen documentary. It was interesting. Did you watch that?
I loved it.
It was so good.
I loved it too.
great.
Oh,
He
you take
told
the
me to
other?
watch it, and I watched it.
so
'cause of
good.
you.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
a great.
It was so
and
good.
he did come off charming, and you loved him at the end of the damn
And
thing.
his relationship with his drug dealer. The drug dealer saved his life. It's the best story I've ever heard. That's a Hallmark
But
movie.
who has a fat drug dealer? Like this guy was a
Totally.
heavy-set guy. God bless
yeah.
him. But he didn't partake. I guess.
No, he partook. That's how you know you're really good at doing drugs.
Really?
Yeah, when you realize you can eat through uppers.
What do you know about being fat doing drugs?
Oh, nothing. Can we go back to the first great woman that you worked with? First or second?
Tony Geary, Luke from Luke and Laura.
Aunt. America's aunt.
Oh, back. Lori.
Aunt?
Lori. I get a text around 5 a.m. from my friend Roger Lodge, who's into the, and he said, "Is Lori okay?" I was like, I kind of woke up and because when you get "Is Lori okay?"
Yeah.
So scary.
Yeah, I said, what happened? I said, well, no, nothing. She's okay, but I guess she's involved in some college getting her kids into SC. So I don't know anything about that. So I stay up, I start Googling it, and I catch a few things. Couldn't really understand it. It was complicated, that they went to this guy, Rick Singer, and he was trying to get their kids into the school. And, I wouldn't know anything about college because I didn't go. You're right.
He graduated.
Did you?
Yeah, but what I'd say is this
Smart.
is a pretty normal thing, by the way. Paying money to donate things to help potentially influence admissions is a very common practice, which is. Again, I'm probably going to be on the wrong side of this in the comments, but it was so, in my opinion, completely overblown. Like, if you're going to she was just like
She was the poster child.
She was
for
the poster
white
child
privilege.
for something that's been happening forever.
But
like
you
the
could
reason that there are wings named after people,
Right,
is because
right,
they gave $25 million, and just by chance, everyone in the family goes.
Right.
Like
Sure.
that just is what it is.
Yeah, but I could.
At a White
Presidents, like everybody.
I could still understand people being upset that their kids, got great grades and they didn't get it.
Sure.
But I don't think. I know because. So I called her. Then she was in Canada doing something for Hallmark at
That'll
the time.
be me soon.
Yes.
H.
And I said, "Are you okay?" She goes, "Yeah, why?" I said, well, this is college scandal. I don't understand what it was. She goes, yeah, I saw, recently I saw a couple emails come through about it. This was the morning of that it broke. And she's not a liar. She's a saint. And I said, oh, well, I guess there's some stuff going on about it. And she goes, I don't know, Massimo handles all that stuff. And, and then I hear this kind of beep. I said, did you hear that beep? She goes, yeah, I think my phone might be bugged. I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm going through the canyon. Bye. Hand to God. And so
John's like, wait, did I relapse?
What? Yeah.
Okay, what? People in the bushes?
Yeah. And so I turn the TV on, and then this press conference hits, and it hits hard. This guy's up there saying Lori and Mazel, they've felons, and I texted her back. I said, "Are you watching this press conference?" And I had the text. I could show it to you. She goes, "What press conference?" I said, "The one about you and your husband and this college scandal." She goes, "No, what channel is it on?" I swear to God, I hit all caps, all channels, every channel. And then it broke, and that's the last I heard from her for a while, And then I think right around that time, they busted in and got Massimo out of their guns and stuff. She goes to fucking prison for this asshole for 3 months, right? And he goes for whatever. And in typical Lori fashion, I said, how was it? She goes, I met a lot of nice ladies in there. We have a book club. That's her, She didn't deserve to be dragged through that. I don't know. I believe that she really did that. I know for a fact it was all him. And I think even the girls, they were like, okay, I know you knew Olivia.
Her girls are awesome.
Good
Great
people.
Kids.
I don't think Olivia wanted to go to college. I can't speak for her, but it seems like she was doing great with her YouTube and making. So now this thing comes up, all of a sudden they're split up, and I know she's just devastated. And for a girl who, has lived her life really well, a good person, a good mother, a good wife. I know all this for a fact. To be thrown into now this separation and, exploding, blowing up her family this way. And I just hate to see her go through this. I really do. And I just,
How do you and your wife, Caitlin, how do you offer support? It's not a clear thing all the time with something like this, right?
Yeah, she lives in my neighborhood, Lori.
Yeah.
And so, I was over there a lot, and she came to our house, a couple times, and Caitlin's been, good about it. It's tough because, this is a friendship, and there was never, a lot of people were, oh, you guys were romantic or what. I happen to say she was the one that got away in something, and, I think it was before I met Caitlin, and, it was an interesting thing. I wrote about it in the book. There was a very small window of the two of us being single at the same time, and I was more, and the way, I don't mean to belittle it or pare it down to Grease, but Lori was Sandy,
yeah,
before the leather and all that stuff, before that song, and Rebecca Romaine was Sandy and the leather and the tell me about it stud, and I really, there was a moment where I had the choice, I think, and I was more into, the rebellious. Lori was so sweet, and I loved working with her, but it was just she was too nice for me.
Sure.
And I said, I'm going to go down this path. That's sort of what happened. And that was it. There was never, I always thought that we made out on some ride at Disneyland. I've known her since the early 80s.
You'd remember.
I remembered she said it didn't, I think she said it didn't happen. So I don't know if it was something I made up in my mind. Some kind of fantasy.
It's like when I made out with Jennifer Love Hewitt in the early 2000s.
You did?
Yeah, I was probably at Popeyes ordering an extra biscuit. In my mind,
right?
No, it didn't happen.
She was
God, I was in love with her.
Sweetheart.
She still looks great.
But we never, it was always platonic. And there's no, now that you were asking, what did you ask earlier? Now that she's single,
Oh yeah, would you bring her into the fold? I asked, do we have questions for John Stamos? First, the biggest question was, come on, Aunt Becky, bring her in, bring her into the fold.
A threesome,
would you be a polygamist?
No,
that wasn't what they asked. They asked if you'd leave your wife for her. Oh, we're not doing that.
Of course,
so
no
would you
fucking
bring her
way.
Into the fold? No fucking way.
No,
but
as a friend, I'm not Mormon.
Okay. So no.
Do you do that with your wife? Are you a swinger?
I don't.
He's blinking a lot.
We're sinners.
We're not swingers, we're singers.
Just in general, like, have you seen other couples who've tried to sort of have these?
It never works.
It never does.
Yeah, I can't think of anything specific. I mean, I guess I actually have a couple friends. I have 2 or 3 sets of friends that are swingers, and they somehow make it work. Isn't that weird?
But
I
it's
don't think it's weird. They both have to want to swing. I feel like the
Right.
problem is more often than not, one person really encourages the other. Like,
Right.
yeah, I think this is a good idea. Let's try it. And the other is so into
It's
monogamy,
never
and
better.
then-
It's never, the grass is never greener, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I know.
But it's,
Okay.
you know, it's I just hate, it's heartbreaking. And you have, you know, we've been there for her, and obviously, and, you know, she was married 27, 28 years, and her kids, you know, they're good girls as we spoke, and she's been
beautiful family.
But, you know, I told her, I said, look, like all the, whatever negativity or hardships that you've been through your life is connected to this guy, you know, like, I mean.
And this guy's, he's supposedly not a very good guy. Like, I think he cheated on her.
I'm taking the fifth on that, but whatever he did to her, it busted her up to the core.
Yeah.
And she put up with a lot over the years of this guy. And you know, again, I'm not going to get into the relationship. It's not my business. I mean, you know, I know a lot, and I was by her side through a lot of it. She is an angel, and she always made things better. She cleaned everything up. She made. He's a very successful dude. You know, I will never talk to him again. He's a terrible narcissist, and I don't think you ever get out of that unless you're able to. And you know, I know a little about his history. You know, his family a little bit. I think that I think when you have a wife like that and a family, like, how do you do that? How do you bust that up? And he, you know,
it never has to do with the other person. It's always something in you. When
right.
people throw away such a beautiful life and person,
right, exactly.
It's always because nothing can fill that God-sized hole.
And here's, say again?
Nothing can fill that God-sized hole.
Right.
I see where your mind's going, but it's true.
No, 100%. And we've been there, and we pulled out of it because kicks keep getting harder to find.
Yeah.
When you've done everything and you've accomplished I had a list, and of course, you know, when I was drinking a lot, the list didn't include having a beautiful wife and a child, you know, but it was like, I'd done everything. I played with the Beach Boys. I had sitcoms. Fuck it. I remember thinking very clearly that if I die, it's okay. I've done it all.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't want to kill myself, but if I died tomorrow, I did it. I did everything, which I didn't. That's such a selfish bullshit.
It was believable when you would say that before you met Caitlin. You'd said it to me, like,
Right.
some guys say it, and I'm like, you work at H&R Block.
Right,
What did
right,
you
right,
do?
right,
Like,
right,
you know,
right.
you did all
No,
the
I do.
spreadsheets you're going to do.
And then-
you would say that, and it was almost like a little, not menacing, but it had an air of like, oh, I hope that doesn't happen, because he's kind of right. You had done
Right,
everything to an extent.
and you have too now, and I have too, and you have to go inward, and you have to stop trying to fill that hole, that kick, you know. It's an addiction that you have to control, just like all our other addictions. And here's what the honest to God truth. I pray for this guy. I pray that he gets a hold of his whatever hole that he's trying to fill, however he's trying to fill it. I pray that he realizes that what he had was everything that anyone could ever hope for, and that he gets some help. I think this guy needs help.
Yeah.
And to Lori's credit, you know, we've been to so many lovely gatherings at your house with beautiful people that you have that surround you, but there's always going to be people there that are sort of interested in sort of the fame and notoriety of the kind of people that can sometimes be at these parties. And Lori always made it her business to like take time with me and my wife and really wanted to know us. And
Right.
my wife, who's such a great gauge of bullshit,
Yeah.
was like, that lady reminds me of a friend of my mom's. Like,
Yes,
that's someone who I would go over to their house and she'd be like, what are we having for dinner, girls?
Yeah, that's
And-
her. Yeah. And what did Paige think of Massimo at that party?
Not sure. But I don't think, honestly, I don't think either of us have spent barely any time with him. Should we get to our What Are You Nuts?
Ooh, yeah, or what are you nuts moment? Gripes with people, places, and things. When you were walking here, you looked at somebody like, what are you nuts? What are you nuts? Have anything?
Me and Saget used to, I think it was Dave, was like, you're nuts. let me finish. In this light, look beautiful. You know, it's like, what are you nuts? Hanging out the window or something.
Yeah.
We were doing so good with this podcast, and then we go to the questions. These silly questions. At the
This
end
is
of
how
the
we end
thing.
it. People love this segment.
This is the segment.
These
We'll
are
start.
all
We'll give you a second to
This
think
is the
about it.
segment.
all these podcasts are so great. You get the deepest, most heartfelt, beautiful conversations. Okay, quick. What's the 10 sugar things what's the sweetest thing you ever eaten? It's like, fucking, who
love it.
cares? I
John-
just
John
poured my heart out.
John cosplaying someone who listens to podcasts is so cute.
If it's true crime, I listen to true crime podcasts.
Okay.
We should start doing a true crime segment. My what are you nuts moment. I land in L.A. Waymo. You know this Waymo? I look to the left. There's nobody driving the car. We don't have this in New York. And let me tell you, have you guys taken Waymo? Have you taken a Waymo?
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't
It's
tested
the
it.
best. It's excellent.
It's one of the scary.
No, I've
You
never.
need it.
Why are you taking Waymo?
Oh, because I don't want to have to do this. Hi, Rick. Can you turn the music down? It's a little. Rick,
Rick,
can
I
you
brought
just-
some deodorant.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd
It's
much
so-
rather talk to Rick
You
than,
think
than
that.
have a driverless car, a complete what are you nuts? I'm sorry, maybe this in 10 years somebody will show me this and like, Ben, you're nuts. No. What if it
You're
what if
nuts.
it goes off the rails?
Let me
Take
finish.
it. I don't want it. What are you nuts?
It was originally called John Swamos,
I like that.
but
Okay.
they changed it to Wamos because
Okay, John's Waymo's.
I had a guy. You're talking about like when people are just being shitty and they see a good guy or whatever and they want to take the piss out of us, like people have done with us. Not you, Ben.
No,
but
they'd come for back.
do they? Okay, good. They'll come for you after this one.
No, they come. They've come.
It's okay to pay your way into a college.
Don't worry, they come.
Oh no,
As long as you got money, who
come.
cares? Fuck them.
Is
Fuck the
he-
kids that have
Are you
worked
the
so
commenter
hard.
on TikTok? Is that you?
But I swear to God, this happened. I think it was last night or the night before. I'm out. It's really dark. We have a lot of Halloween things, and it was a party going on in our neighborhood. A bunch of kids, and it was very dark. And I'm outside. I just walked out and I was doing a Halloween thing. And these group of kids come walking down the trail, and I hear someone go, "Oh, hey, John Stamos lives there." And one of the other kids says, "You mean John Lamos?"
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, right?
good one.
And it's good. Okay, what do you
That's
nuts?
perfect.
And I went in and I was laughing about it. And I told Caitlin and Pat, and they were like, "Oh, my Caitlin was felt so." I go, "Fuck them. I'm John Look what I come home to. I got a career. I got a beautiful wife. I got a beautiful." And that's sometimes you have to say that to yourself, right? Josh is like, "Go ahead, make fun of me all you want. I'm me. Like I get to play with the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Like I'm still relatively, relative. I'm working with great people. Like I got the most beautiful wife and kid at home. Call me Lamos. Call me whatever the fuck you want.
Call
You
me
ain't
something.
me.
They're calling you something.
Well, I don't. Maybe not Lamos.
No,
That funny?
at
Rhymes.
least it's still Greek.
It's better than
Lamos.
My what are you nuts is people getting a massage in the middle of the mall. It's such a private
It's a
thing.
private thing.
And there are these chairs. I was walking in the mall the other day with both my sons, and this woman goes, "Do you want a massage?" And I go, "And where will they go?"
Yeah. What are they gonna do?
Are they gonna what? What are you nuts?
Yeah. What are you nuts?
Like, but she's like, "No, we got the chair."
and so
just
you took your
take it."
pants off and did it.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Kids, stand by.
Oh my God.
You
Watch
take
Daddy.
I always thought like Josh. Here's a secret about the two of us. You guys might like this. Years ago, we used to sneak away to a tanning booth. Josh.
Yeah.
It was fair. We didn't tell anybody. It was fair.
Suntans to go in the
Suntans
valley.
to go. And we would text each other like pictures of our feet in the and it was great. And
John would just write me, "I'm in our secret place."
That's what we call it, the tanning booth.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and the guy who worked there would be like, "Yo, Stamos was just here."
Yeah. We try to be so quiet
And he'd be
about
like,
it.
"He gave me $20." I would be
Yeah.
like, "That's what's up."
And Josh, my boy Josh. That's how we found out we both were going to the same tanning booth. They were telling I was like, "Do you go to that tanning booth?" It's so funny. But I was saying, like, you can't take your kid to that. What are they going to do for 10 minutes?
Not fun.
Right now.
Love you, dude. Thank you for doing
I love you
this.
guys. I'm really very proud of you. And I'm so excited that you got a 3-year contract. I don't know if you've talked about that yet on here ad nauseum. But
guys.
I'm here to announce The Good Guys has been picked up for 3 years. And it's because they are good guys and they're talented and they're interesting and they're funny and they're cute and they're good singers. And I love them both.
Love you.
One a little more than the
great
other.
John Stamos.
The great
John Stamos. Folks, this episode is 5 stars. Otherwise, what are you, nuts? You see, we tie it all in. Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Watch us on YouTube. Share our clips. Instagram and TikTok. Mondays and Thursdays, folks. We will see you next time.
Yes.